Hi again. We're going to do the next piece of this lesson 1.2. We're still talking about the real number system, and we're still talking about, or tonight we're going to talk about inequalities with real numbers. So our objective for day 2 is I will review the concepts of the inequality symbols, how to translate words into symbols, and then use this information to describe data in a bar graph. When I get to the bar graph, I'm going to save that, and we're going to talk about that in class because we're going to look at the book in order to do that. Let me set my pen. Here we go. I'm going to hit my highlighter real quick. Okay. All right. We need to remember some key phrases that have a corresponding relationship to a symbol. So if your symbol is equals, the meaning of that is equal to. And an example of that would be 0.5 is equal to 1/2. They have the same value. They look different, but they represent the same thing. Now, if you have an equal sign with a bar with a line through it, that means is not equal to. You've seen this when you say like that, that's not equal to, all right? So 3 is not equal to 4. The less than symbol, okay, I like to think of it as making kind of like an L, right? And you can form it with your left hand using the thumb and the index finger of your left hand. This first symbol is less than. The number in front of that symbol is less than the number that follows that symbol. So 6 in front of the symbol is less than 10. The greater than symbol, right? Its meaning is greater than. So the number in front of it, 10, is greater than 6. Notice that the point is always towards the lesser number. All right, when you have a situation where you have the less than symbol and a line underneath it, that means that the two things can be equal to. Its meaning is less than or equal to. One or both situations can occur. For example, 5 is less than or equal to 6 because it is less than 6. All right, so that's true. 6 is less than or equal to 6 because it is equal to 6. Okay, so if either the less than or the equal part is true, then the whole symbol is true. All right, and then this symbol, the greater than symbol with a line under it, is greater than or equal. 6 is greater than or equal to 5. Right? 6 is greater than 5, so that's true. Or 6 is greater than or equal to 6. 6 is equal to 6, so it's true. If either the greater than or the equal part is true, then the whole inequality symbol is true because it's an or situation. Okay, be careful when you're talking about things. Here's a big caution, okay? The equality and inequality signs are used to describe mathematical sentences that describe the relationship between numbers. 4 is less than 10, or 10 equals 10. The operations, addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division, they're operational symbols, which tell us how to combine the numbers. 4 plus 2 tells us how to operate on 4 and 2. Determine if each statement is true or false. Hint, use order of operations on one or both sides of the equals or inequality sign to simplify to a single number to determine if it's true or false. All right? So, example A, we have 6 is not equal to 5 plus 1. All right? Well, the first one, 6, that's pretty simplified. I'm going to change my pen here real quick. Sorry about that. 6 is equal to, not equal to. Now let's simplify 5 plus 1. That's 6. Is 6 not equal to 6? No, that's false. All right, example B. 5 plus 3 is less than 19. Well, let's combine 5 plus 3. 8 is less than 19. Is 8 to the left of 19 on a number line? Yes, so that's true. It's less than. Why don't you hit pause, try C and D, and then come back and I'll do them with you. All right, welcome back. C, 15 is less than or equal to 20 times 2. So, what is the value of 20 times 2? 40. Is 15 less than 40? True. All right. I'm having a hard time reading this. I believe it's 9 times 3 minus 11 is less than or equal to 16. We have to perform the order of operations. 9 times 3, we have to do that first. 27 minus 11 is less than or equal to 16. What is 27 minus 11? 16. Is that less than or equal to 16? Yes, because it's equal. So true. These examples are like problems in your problem set, like 53 through 66. Determine if each statement is true or false. All right? 45 is greater than or equal to 2 bracket, which means times 2 plus 3 times 2 plus 5. All right? So I'm going to carry my 45, and then I have to simplify what's going on in all of this garbly goop. Okay? I have to start with the innermost grouping, so that's 3 times 7. Okay? Sorry, that looks really bad. And then 45 is greater than or equal to 2. Now, I have to do my multiplication before I do my addition. So that's 2 plus 21. Okay? And then I have 45 is greater than or equal to 2 times 23. And 2 times 23 is 46. Is 45 greater than or equal to 46? False. It is not. Right? Why don't you go ahead and hit pause and try F, and we'll come back and do I'll come back and show you F and do G with you. All right, welcome back. For F, I have to start by simplifying what's in the brackets first. All right, so inside the brackets, I have to do multiplication before I can do addition. So I have 12 plus 10 times 3 greater than 72. 12 plus 10 is 22 times 3. We want that to be greater than, to check to see if that's greater than or equal to 72. 22 times 3 is 66, which is a false statement. Okay. Now, on G, I'm going to simplify the top separately from the bottom on this left-hand side. So I'm going to first say 3 plus 5 times 3 over. Then on the bottom part here, I'm going to go 2 times 4 is 8 plus 1, and I need that to be greater than or equal to 3. Okay, now I'm going to keep simplifying the top, and I have to do multiplication before I do addition. So I have 3 plus 15 over 9, and I wanted to see if that's greater than or equal to 3. 3 plus 15 is 18 over 9, is greater than or equal to 3, and that's 2, which is not greater than or equal to 3. So, whoops-a-daisy. So this answer is false. All right. Okay, some of our homework tonight, we're going to be practicing writing words into mathematical sentences. And I know you don't like to do this. This is that translation stuff. But this is, refer back to that table with the key phrases, okay? 12 equals, this is the symbol for equals, 10 plus 2. And you're done, okay? 9 is less than 10. Why don't you try C, D, and E, and then come back when you're done. All right, welcome back. 15 is not equal to 18. 7 is greater than 4. 12 is equal to 5 less than 17. Now be careful. This is not the inequality. We already have an equal sign. Not the inequality. This means subtraction. And remember, we have to take the number that follows it, follows the less than phrase, and then write it first, use a subtraction symbol, and then the number in front of the phrase less than. A little tricky, but you can do that. All right, part of your homework will also be taking mathematical expressions and writing them into words, such as 2 is less than 13. One way to do example B is the product of 4 and x is greater than 20. Why don't you try and do C and D on your own, hit the pause button, and come back, hit play when you're done. Welcome back. C, x is not equal to 7. D, 7 times x minus 5 is equal to 9. You could have had the product of 7 and x minus 5 is equal, to 9. There were several ways that you could have done that. If you're not sure about the way you wrote, show me in the morning and we'll take a peek at it. All right, one tricky thing that students get hung up on is rewriting an inequality with so that the meaning stays the same, but your inequality sign is going in the other direction. So an inequality can always be written, make sure you change that on your notes, can always be written with either a greater than or a less than, and this includes the equal to part too. You just have to be careful that whatever number the sign is pointing to, the smaller number, in the original, the new sign or the flip sign points to in the changed expression. For example, okay, we want to rewrite the following inequalities with the direction reversed but the meaning the same. So I want to reverse my direction, okay? So I want to write it like that. And I just have to make sure that this points to the same number. Okay? So 6 less than 9 has the exact same meaning as 9 greater than 6. If 6 is less than 9, then 9 has to be the bigger number. All right? Okay. Number 2, we have 4 is greater than -1. I want to flip my inequality sign, but I want to have the same meaning. So that means -1 is less than 4. Why don't you try 3 on your own, and then come back and see if you got it right. Here we go. We want the sign to be less than, so 55 is less than 81. All right. This is where we're going to do this in class. So if you'd be so kind as to remind me, that would be awesome. And then these are the problems that we're going to be working on. So have a great evening. Thanks for listening, and I will see you soon.